Okay, now it's recording here. Hi, Blue.
Ooh, picking up all of my...
Neck crack.
Oh, the one time my neck won't...
You have failed us all.
We're watching Hercules after this. I hope you're aware of that.
No.
Bless my soul.
Hold that string of life good and tight.
Hold that mortal string of
yeah.
life good and tight. Does he even fucking understand?
Oh my god, I quoted everything but one word, and she's like, dude, has he even seen the movie? Does he even stand?
This is the shit I have to put up with every day.
Hello, favorites. Welcome back to my channel, and good morning as fuck.
Hi.
It's your turn. Sing.
I'm not.
Sing it.
I'm not.
I want you singing good morning as fuck.
No. Nobody wants me singing that.
She'll literally sing anything else.
Not anything else. I don't do certain things on camera without getting paid.
How is everyone this morning? How are you?
30 seconds in and I've already made him uncomfortable.
On brand.
On brand.
Welcome back.
I'm glad I can do my job correctly. Thanks.
If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michael Sean.
And I'm Elizabeth. What am I, Michael? Who am I?
She's Elizabeth.
Or Elizabeth Anne Marie Ruth Sean. Or Sean Ruth.
Gosh, you don't even know your own name. Elizabeth Ruth Anne Marie Sean.
Yes. Apparently.
This is the little corner of YouTube where we come and talk about all things yarn related. Knitting, crochet, dyeing. I got a new hat.
He did get a new hat. He keeps messing with it. I do apologize.
Do you guys like my hat?
Is it crooked again?
I don't
It's
like
crooked
that little
again. Look, it's
shine.
crooked again.
It is. Why does my hair swoop? You see that? It swoops.
Everybody's hair swoops.
I don't want mine to swoop.
Well, cut it short. We'll buzz it. I'll do it for you.
If you're a longtime stan, welcome back. We missed you so much.
It's been a whole week.
This is a singing channel now. I'm just gonna sing everything.
He will, in his terrible vibrato.
But she admitted it's bravado.
Vibrato, not bravado.
Vibrato. It's bravado. We have new equipment.
We do.
This is Blue.
No, it's Wilson.
She keeps wanting to call it Wilson. His name is Blue. Look at. I don't
That's
even
the
know where I'm supposed to
brand.
go. No, the brand is Snowball. The model is Blue. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a blue snowball. It is. It's a blue smoke. Okay, so
I need you to repeat
the
that.
brand is Blue.
I need you to repeat that one more time.
What?
The you're right part.
Did I?
You did.
That's off-brand.
It's recorded. It's real. It's here.
Anyway, this is Blue. He's recording our voices. Actually, now that he's
Hi.
facing the other way, I would like to test this. Because if you guys can see Blue, that'd be nice too.
Jesus.
What? He's a nice guy. Hi, Blue.
And they match. Okay, you know what's disgusting right now?
Good morning as fuck, Blue.
He's got a blue hat. He's got a blue t-shirt. And he's wearing blue jeans. I'm sure he's probably wearing blue underwear too, because it's fucking weird.
In my blue cup.
My eye's literally twitching a little bit here in the corner. It's like doing a little dance.
It's doing a little dance. I'm going to keep Blue facing us for this episode just to make sure that he actually is recording our voice.
He's got a nice ass though, so I mean, who's the real winner
Look
here?
at that dump truck.
It's Anyway.
So, where was I?
I don't know.
Welcome, you guys.
What's
New returning viewers, welcome. We missed you all. It's our little corner of YouTube. I said that shit.
You already did.
I
mean,
is that it?
You're used to this. If you've been here, this is episode 7.
Yeah, 8. It's 8. There's a fly. Come on.
I know. I see it.
Let's go. That's right, you little bitch.
Now you see how violent Michael can get. It's a thing. I finally.
I'm
have
over
proof.
here trying to fight a fly, and she's like, "He's so violent." We're most active on Instagram in the knitting community. You can find me at Michael Sean. It'll be somewhere on the screen here.
You can find me at Lizzie Ruth or Lizzie_Ruth 92.
With the underscores.
I know, because I have other ones where I'm just Lizzie Ruth 92, and I kind of want to take the underscore out because I think it's just one less thing to worry about. But
it's true. It's a mouth. It's a mouth. I almost said mouth score.
Mouth score.
It's a mouthful underscore 92.
It's a full mouthful.
That should be your new handle. It's a mouthful underscore 92.
No, I always said if I was gonna
I just
change.
made a sex joke. Oh my god.
I know Michael never makes sex jokes. The sex.
Well, I feel like once I lose my virginity, maybe I'll be able to relate more. As of right now, I can still wear white at my wedding.
Now the other side is twitching too. I'm making him watch Hercules. It's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen. He likes to pretend. That's what it is. He likes to pretend that he doesn't like animation and he doesn't like music. But what happens when you put Hercules on? He sings along.
Okay, only Meg's song.
No, you and the Fates. You and the Fates
What's
are...
the matter with the scissors?
Yes. And the Muses.
Oh, I love the Muse song and Meg's song are the same song.
Well, no, because there's a Muse song in the beginning.
What is that?
Where they're setting up, like, the world building and they're talking about the Titans and the fight between them and the gods and everything.
Zeus and Hera wept.
This is why Michael should not have access to money. Because he buys things and then he just, like, makes weird...
It's equipment investment.
You're going to drop it.
What?
And you're going to break it. And then you're going to have to...
And though he did not drink the last drop. Anyway, welcome. Let's start talking about, like, knitting things. Because this is a knitting podcast, I guess.
Is it?
I guess.
Is it?
Now I can't stop singing that song in my head.
So we're going to watch it, right?
We'll talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to watch it.
We'll talk about
We're
it.
not fucking talking about it.
Anyway, what you working on, Elizabeth? What's up? What you got going on?
You go first this time. I went first last time.
Well, yeah, ladies first. What the fuck? Y'all remember, okay? Last week, I told you guys that I was going to be taking a Gavi dye class at Gavriella Makes. She does a natural dyeing class, and I have this game to show you.
How long was that class?
It was like 3 hours.
Okay.
No, that's a lie. It was 2 hours. But I feel like if there were more people, because I think there was like 3 of us, if there had been more people, it probably would have been closer to 3 hours, because me and the other people had like quite a few questions.
Well, and like, so if we can delve into it a little bit, that kind of gives like a teaser.
I can a little bit.
Yeah, very, very little.
This fly, you guys, I'm telling you what.
God, he came at me. You've angered it. He's going to just touch blue. He'll feel better.
It was very interesting. It's very different, but also very the same as acid dyeing. There's just like some extra steps that you have to do.
I feel like there was more you had to be aware of.
Yes.
Than with acid
There
dyeing.
was more.
Oh my god.
You had to be more attentive to things. It was weird having to cook my own dye. Like, I literally had to cook my own dye. Instead of just like, normally I just, shake it up in the bottles. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so I did find out, if you want to find out if your water is like your running water at home, if it's low acidity or high acidity, boil some avocado skins. Because depending on how dark, so like, if you're boiling your avocado skins for about 30 minutes, not boil, it's more like a simmer. It's more like actually,
a light...
yeah, like a very light simmer.
Okay.
if it starts to turn like very dark, then you have low acidity in your water. If after like 30 minutes you still have like a very light, almost like white grape juice, then you have high acidity in your water. It was so interesting. It was so interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, and for you to have like the patience, so when you acid dye, you kind of more or less get results kind of immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There is a little bit of like the cooking time in the water, and then as it dries, you know, it can kind of shift a little bit. But you mostly, like, I've helped you dye a couple skeins, and most of the time it's like, once you put that dye on there, like, you better know where your shit's going.
The most impatient part is speckles. You really have to be fucking patient with speckles,
Yes.
and it makes me so mad. I'm an impatient person.
Yes.
So that's why Gabby's class was perfect for me, because I literally had to sit and wait. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't even have the next instruction until she was ready to move on.
Some of that control out of it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fun experience. I mean...
It was cool. I liked it.
Cute ass yarn.
This is hopefully yarn. If it doesn't come out
I think so
on camera. Ooh, that's
it does.
Perfect.
It does. That's pretty much true to color.
It's
right
like
there.
a ballerina. It's like an earthy ballerina pink.
Yes. It's not quite.
It's very tan pink.
Yes. As somebody who's not like. Well, it's kind of like what's on my shirt a little bit. It's kind of like, it's not like super pink, but it has, you know what I mean?
It's like a light, earthy tan pink.
Yes.
Which I did find out that our water is very low in acidity. So my dye stock was very dark in color compared to everybody else who just had like this like very light tan, like I said, like white grape juice color.
What?
And I let this sit. I don't even know how long I let this sit. It wasn't very long, but that really dark color made this. Yeah. So if I would have made like a dark dye stock with acid, like the same color as what I put this yarn into, it would have came out very dark.
It would have came out like 8 shades darker than what that actually is.
This is very light for how dark my stock was. So it's just so interesting. I highly recommend, if you're interested in dyeing, go sign up for one of Gabby's dye classes. Like, my mind was blown, especially about the acidity part, because it seems very counterintuitive. Like, if it's a very acidic water, you would think it would turn darker, but it doesn't. I'm really happy with this. I can't wait to make something with it. Probably like a hat or something that I'll use often in the winter.
And that's a good, nice weight for it, too.
Yeah, it's worsted weight. That was Wool of the Andes. I used Wool of the Andes Bear.
And you just got it off Amazon?
Yeah, I just bought it on Amazon. I think it was like $8.99 or something.
Yeah, simple, easy, accessible.
Accessible. Your turn, girl.
Okay, now it's my turn.
What you got?
I'm going to first start talking about these.
Ooh, good.
So, one of our other friends, SENIYA. That's how he is at her phone. Ooh. That's how she is in his phone. I don't know how you do it in some kind of way. He does it in like emojis or something.
It's SEN and then an eyeball, an A. SENIYA.
And so now every time it's SENIYA. It's Yesenia.
Yes,
it's
SENIYA is her name.
But every time I say it out loud, I always go SENIYA, and I'm waiting for her to yell at me for it.
I don't
Because that's
remember
really not her name.
I don't remember how that joke started. We were calling her SENIYA for some reason, and then it just kind of stuck. Now we're just like, SENIYA!
Now it's like perpetuated. I do realize that is not her actual name, but that is just what I tend to call her. But she very recently had a shop update. If you guys don't know, outside of the fiber things that she is involved in, the knitting and crocheting, she also makes jewelry and stitch markers.
Beautiful fucking jewelry and stitch markers.
Beautiful. Like, I can't even, like...
If you ever get to her shop update, you need to buy something. Those are one-of-a-kind pieces. Like, she will not be reproducing.
No. Not at all.
Especially her stitch marker sets. Like, I think it's me, Gabby, Caitlin, Chelsea, and someone else. She made like 5 sets of these like cosmic crystal earrings. No one else can have them. It's just us 5. We have those sets, and no one else will be able to get those.
And so she does a little bit of everything. She'll do some crystal stuff, or she'll do some metal work, and different things like that. But these are I think they were like Celestial or something along the names of that. I don't know exactly what kind of crystal that is.
I'll insert the information here on the screen.
But this has...
Actually, I'll just put a picture of these on the screen.
That works. Either way.
Our new setup now, like, the phone is very far away. That's probably, like, what, 8 feet from us? No, more like 6. It's about 6 feet from us.
I would say not even that. Maybe more like 4.5 to 5.
It's pretty far.
Says the person who puts their liquor at the topmost cabinet of the entire house.
You see how she's upset about that? That's why it's in that place. Because if she could reach it, she would be drinking it.
I mean, he's not wrong. But I've bought from three shop updates now from hers. And I personally am not like a dangle earring person. I'm really not. If I'm going to wear earrings, I usually prefer to wear some kind of stud.
I used to have my ears pierced.
We're going to parent trap this shit at some point.
If SENIYA comes out with like crystal studs, I will be re-piercing my ears. Because I would love to have some studs from SENIYA. I liked having
mostly
my studs.
Mostly because I just want to shove a needle through his ear. But...
the main reason I don't have my ears pierced anymore is because I took them out and I put them in peroxide to clean them. Well, I forgot about them for a couple days. So they were sitting in peroxide for that couple of days. And I took them out and put them in my ears, and I'm like, a couple hours later, I'm like, God, why are my ears so itchy?
Hey y'all, Future Michael here. I don't think I've ever said on Good Morning as Fuck, but this particular room that we record in now is the specific room in our house that is also home to a ghost. We've had like a psychic over to communicate with him and stuff, and he's not like a mean ghost or, you know, nothing scary. He's actually really friendly. He's just an older man that passed away here. And he's a jokester sometimes. Like, he'll knock stuff over and stuff like that. In this next couple seconds, you're going to see him either tap or bump the camera, and then he's going to slowly move it. So that's what's happening when you see, like, us go out of frame. Well, not out of frame, but out of center. So you're going to see him move it, and then I'm going to do a jump cut to move the video back into focus.
They're like really itchy. So I went and I looked in the mirror and I started taking one out. I had like dead skin like all around my ears. And then I looked at my fingers. My fingers had dead skin on them. I guess. I don't know. Well, 4 days of the peroxide sitting, I guess. I don't know. But wherever that peroxide touched my skin was like dying.
I can't with you. Why are you so dramatic all the time? Like, your body's just...
Oh.
With peroxide just starts... And that's not even what it's supposed to do. And your body just decides that it's gonna...
My skin was peeling off. It was all white and peeling off at my ears. And my ears were burning. It was dramatic. It was so dramatic. Don't ever leave your fucking earrings sitting in peroxide.
I mean, clean them. Yeah, peroxide is the best way to clean them.
Clean them, set them out to dry. And don't let them sit there.
You can get actual, like, earring cleaner.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was the metal reacting with the peroxide for so many days.
Depending on what kind of metal it was.
I'm not even sure what the metal was.
Probably some cheap-ass Claire's shit.
It was cheap-ass Walmart shit, actually. Well, they came from Walmart.
You're like...
Claire's would have been a step up.
Not quite that bougie. Or it's another step below that. Okay.
We're talking like these were probably pop can earrings.
Just straight aluminum. That's all it was. Aluminium.
So anyway, SENIYA earrings. Did you bring your other pair? Should I show those on screen?
Yeah, show them on screen.
Okay, show those on screen too.
They're all gorgeous. Anytime, follow her. It's SENIYA Studios? SENIYA Studios. God damn it.
I'll have put that on the screen already.
Yeah, please just put her handle on there.
It's SENIYA_studio.
I can't. She's going to follow me and she's going to just be laughing.
She's like, and you know how she does, where she angles that camera down and she's like...
And she'll purse her lips a little bit more.
And she does that little reverse smack with her lips. Sorry, SENIYA. Okay, so this next thing is, it's actually a failure. It's actually a failure on my part. So I was test knitting the Bighorn Henley for Lovely by Lee. Her name is Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Love her to death.
Love her. She's so cute too. I love all of her stuff. Yes.
I was test knitting for her and I failed the test.
It doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen often. But I was knitting her Bighorn Henley for Coda, and this is as far as I got. Is this the side with my mistake? No, this is the side. Okay. Oh, this is as far as I got on the Bighorn Henley, and I had to stop. Even holding it right now, I just need a moment. I'm going to put this aside because I can't deal. So yeah. I was like...
We'll talk a little bit about why...
So I have a sensory disorder that mainly it's my skin. It mainly affects my fingertips, though. That doesn't bother me.
I know.
If I had just gotten out of the shower, that would really fucking bother me. Like, I would be dying right now.
Yeah.
But, so it mainly affects my hands, and I don't like things that feel, like, greasy or soft. I hate soft things. Some yarns are really, they're just so soft that they bother me really bad. So this yarn in particular, this is Lion Brand Pound of Love. Up until this point, this was my favorite yarn, like, of all time. Like, when I need to do, like, an acrylic project, my favorite yarn. But I don't know what it is about this orange yarn, but I was working with it, and, like, my hands felt really greasy. Like, I had just eaten a piece of pizza, and I started knitting, like, without washing my hands or anything.
Oh, even that makes me, like, oh.
And the needles are wooden, and they have this, like, glaze on the outside or something.
Yeah.
So, like, that was making it a lot worse, because not only was it greasy, but, like, that film on the outside of the wood is also slick. Yeah. So my fingers were, like, it was bad. It was really bad. I couldn't handle it. It felt like my fingers were always greasy. And it's from the yarn. Mm-hmm. It's because of the yarn. I don't know what kind of coating that they put specifically on this orange Pound of Love yarn, but my senses can't handle it. They can't. So it was like 2.5 weeks, I think, before the test was done. And I was taking my time, you know, trying to intermittently work on it. But I finally was just like, I can't put myself through this anymore. I have to talk to Amanda. So I talked to her. She was very, very understanding. Mm-hmm. I even tried washing my yarn at one point, and I threw my project in the dryer, and I wound up what I had left of my orange yarn. Well, I wound it up into a skein, and then I washed it and dried it and then kicked it up. Did not fucking work. It didn't work at all. It did not take the grease out. So I don't know what it is that's on that yarn, but I can't do it. So I'm kind of like, Amanda just released the pattern, so you can go get it today. It's literally a staple. Like,
it's like,
you have to have this pattern.
Considering, like,
it's like, if you want to knit something for a man in your life, or someone that likes to wear masculine clothing, yes, this is a good pattern to have in your, like, repertoire, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, if you go to her post that she did and you scroll through some of the pictures, and we were just laughing about it. I said, oh, so these are some of the husbands of Amanda's friends. But one of those pictures, a girl made one for herself.
Yes.
And it looks like she
really
put
nice.
in a little bit of, like, waist shaping maybe with it. So,
Amanda has waist shaping in the pattern.
Yeah.
She can, so you can follow the pattern for that.
You can still make them masculine, more tight, you know, blocky, if you want something a little bit more, like, comfy fitting and, like, you know, not so...
It looks good on women. It looks really good. Looks really but one of the main reasons I'm so excited about this pattern is because it can be knit for men. And, like, men won't have any problems wearing something like this. So I can knit for my brothers or me or Coda, and they're going to wear it because it just looks like a Henley. It's not, you know... And it has texture and stuff to it. It's a broken rib. Yes.
I think that's what you said it was when you first got it started. Because I'm sitting there watching him, you know what I mean, going back and forth and different stuff. And I'm just like, what you do?
It's broken rib, and it's really nice. So I highly recommend getting this pattern, especially because there's an absence of, like, really good designs that men and women can both wear. and men can wear very comfortably.
Yes.
So, highly recommend this pattern.
Because this is a big topic that we've talked about a lot, other than like being size inclusive for women, you know, going, you know, from the extra small size up to maybe like a 5 or 6X, and having something that you can feel confident and comfortable. And it's not, especially when you get into the bigger sizes, people are just like, oh, just add more stitches. Like, a woman's body changes the bigger it gets. We still have a waist. We still have, you know, shoulders and hips, and everything has to curve and twist a little bit differently. But the topic that does get forgotten a lot is men's fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are men who knit and they want to make things for themselves. And they're usually restricted to like cowls and scarves and hats because they don't have garments that they
I would
get to
like
wear.
to request that my friends start designing more men things.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
More men-friendly things.
You know what I mean? And I don't like gender inclusive.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
want to say like
no,
men. I want to say
like,
people that want to wear more traditionally masculine clothing.
Yeah. And
like
that's anybody.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. So like, everybody was excited to knit like the Maya top, crochet the Captiva crop, but like, I can't get excited about it. I'm excited about it, but I can't get excited about it for me.
Like, he can make... Dakota
they're not very flattering on me as a masculine man.
And Dakota has a younger sister, and then, you know, he's offered to make things for me and stuff like that. And that's nice, but sometimes you want to make things for you.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I mean? That's fair.
Get it. Like, women, like, women can work with a lot of stitches, and... You know, they can work with cables and lace and all that. And it's very feminine and it's beautiful. And even me, myself, I make things that are more feminine because I want to create things that are like, they sing to my artistic soul.
This is the second week in a row I'm going to bring up your fucking Empress. It's just because that's, like the...
It's not very masculine, male friendly.
No.
But it's beautiful. I love to design beautiful things. Mm-hmm. So I understand why there's... I understand why there's an absence for like male friendly or masculine friendly patterns.
And I really think
this is my official request. Hey, what the heck? I would like to knit something for me. Can someone knit? Where was I? What the heck? Please design something that I can knit for me, and it'd be really cool, and I love it. Preferably fingering weight, because that's where most of the absence is. But really, though, there's plenty of, like, raglans that I can knit, you know, just regular raglans. But, that's why I was so excited about Amanda's pattern, because it wasn't a normal raglan. It was a Henley, and it had texture, and it wasn't just, like, straight stockinette. Like, look at all this fucking work that I did, this fucking broken rib, and, like, trash.
He is going to probably knit another one. He's going to find some
Oh, I'm definitely going to knit another one. Probably 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because I love this pattern so much. She did such a good job, like, constructing this upper part. Amanda, you should be... Yes, you should be so fucking proud of this construction up here. It's, like... It's all perfectly proportioned. And, like, it doesn't look weird. It doesn't sag. There's not, like, a bunch of this going on. Like...
It just lays.
You're good. You're good.
Whenever I find a boyfriend...
You're who I aspire to be as a designer.
Whenever I find a boyfriend and I start making things for him that I know that he's going to...
No. Do you not know about the sweater curse? For those viewers that don't know...
Well, I'm going to take one of his hoodies. It's going to be an exchange. It's not going to be just a gift.
The sweater curse is... You don't...
I haven't had a boyfriend in how long, Michael? Of course I don't know about the sweater curse. I'm not bitter. It's fine.
You don't knit something for your partner until you've got the ring. Otherwise, you're doomed. That's why that didn't work out for me. The universe was like, no.
You have... There's been a ring transfer.
There's been a ring transfer, but I don't have one.
Well, there's a twist tie around here somewhere.
There's a twist tie.
Oh, I need to bend that.
You're such a little engineer. It's a whole mood.
There you go.
I can officially knit things for Elizabeth.
I proposed, guys.
I didn't say yes. Let's just be clear about that.
It was an internal yes. I felt it as soon as I felt
it. She felt the little spark. I'll cherish this. Oh, it looks kind of
It
good.
does look kind of cute.
Hey. I'm going to be that person that just got engaged. Hey.
Hey.
Oh my
do you need
God.
help?
It's been so long since we've seen each other. And then they're like, oh, did you get engaged? Oh, yes, I did.
Thank you for noticing.
Thank you for noticing. Hey,
just
I'm
had a
so
whole-
glad you invited me to coffee. This is really good coffee. Anyway.
Oh, we just had a whole
Moving on.
moment. It's fine.
Moving on. Poor Blue. He had to witness it all.
He can fucking get over it.
He's got feelings too.
I'm sorry, Blue. Are we good now?
Yes.
Okay. So I have been working on a test knit for Little Wolf Knits. She has her twisted tea. Oh my gosh, excuse me, that coffee. I have way too much creamer in this coffee, by the way. You see, I still have
hate that.
half of it left, and I took the rest of the coffee, so we need to make another pot.
I love strong coffee. So if there's too much creamer in it,
It's like, I'm basically
especially if somebody only puts 2.5 scoops in, and it's not strong coffee to begin with.
That's what we talked about, okay? 2.5 is what we talked about when I'm making coffee.
2.5 is what we talked about that I hate.
I do 2.5 and a little tiny dash.
Well, we're all good now.
Says the person when they're making sweet tea, you're like, you need exactly this much and a little dash.
That's exactly how it is. You need a cup of sugar and a dash.
And that's what I do with coffee grounds.
Anyway.
Little dash. He's going to be salty about it, but you know what? The next time I make a pot of coffee, he's going to be like, this is such good coffee.
No. Mm-hmm. I only do that when she's having a bad day.
You patronize me?
I would never.
I detest, like, all forms of ribbing. Especially when I'm doing a test knit. Because that's usually the first thing that you get to. You get that cast on edge, you do a couple rows, and you're like, okay, I'm done. But really, and this was rough. This was rough at first because this is a twisted rib, and I was doing it on a size 2, borrowing one of Michael's a set of Michael's Hiya needles, sharp as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept splitting the yarn.
They're literally
at
called
first.
Hiya Sharps.
Great. I love that for me.
I hate those needles. I'm a pusher. I'm a pusher, Katie.
I'm a pusher, Katie. I push people.
I push the ends of the needles to push the things up. Oh my God, it's so painful.
Yeah.
And they're size 2s.
My fingers, they did okay. I didn't end up hurting or cutting myself. But those first couple rows are kind of rough. And then once you kind of get your rhythm down, it started to fly after that. Like, we sat here for like an hour and a half.
I actually am shook that you're even through the ribbing right now. It takes me so long to do ribbing, especially twisted rib.
Yes. Oh my goodness. But I kind of like it. Once I really got into it, it's like high def.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's really super cool. I'll let you do the honors since I have...
I'll show it. You see this,
slip
you guys?
any of my stitches off those needles, I'm going to whoop your ass.
You guys see?
I'm going to take your ring back.
Okay.
Oh, look at
There you go.
that.
Look at these.
Look at these.
Oh, look at these. You can see through my shirt.
But getting through that part, and I got through the short rows, which were not that bad. I really didn't think... I'm getting better. The first time I did short rows was when we were making stockings.
Yes.
And it was a little rough. It was weird. But it was my first time ever doing anything like that.
We ended up ripping them out.
And he did. We got done with it, and he's like, oh, your stitches look so good. Oh, but that's really not where I wanted them to be.
Yeah, that's not where I wanted that. The foot wasn't down low enough. Mm-mm. It was up way too high.
It was like this much, and then like the foot. It was really weird.
I wasn't expecting it to be that large.
But then I worked the short rows when I did the Maya top, and then the short rows with this. So I've done a lot of stuff like really recently with it. When you break it down into like certain sections, it does. It starts to make sense. And it looks really good. I'm kind of actually like super proud of it. She's always eating. Page,
you could see her eating donuts.
Always
she really
eating
needs to start
something.
an OnlyFans.
She really should. I mean, I might subscribe to it just to sit and watch her eat
just to
donuts.
see her eating donuts.
Yes.
Hey y'all, Future Michael again, and I'm outside this time, so you might hear outdoor stuff, but I actually forgot about this part where we actually heard a knocking on one of the closet doors, and we actively said out loud that we are ignoring it. So here is some more paranormal activity for you.
So that's my little progress keeper that where the increase section starts, there's like a whole bunch of things to remember, and I'm like, I need to remember this one stitch, and then I can figure everything else out at some point.
Did you hear that?
I did.
We're ignoring.
I didn't hear. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't hear it either. So, as a last note, Knitting and Murder, we are expecting to have the next one. I don't know. When are we expecting?
I don't know.
Not this week, but the next one?
Probably. So I am in the process. I've got some work things going on. I was given the opportunity to, I'm helping to train a little bit within the job that I do. And I'm getting ready to go to one of the other states that we're affiliated with our company and do some training. So like this next week, I'm going to be gone. We'll be back the weekend. I'll be back the weekend. I'm traveling with somebody.
I'll be there.
In spirit.
In spirit.
So we still have, another podcast to do because in the following week I will be gone again. So we have next weekend we have a lot. So we'll plan.
Not this week, but next week.
Yeah.
We
so
should have our first Knitting and Murder.
So yeah, it's gonna be a bumpy ride here at first. Just kind of bear with us as we kind of get everything situated and changed around.
And also figuring out how the fuck we're going to do this.
I know, that's the other thing I'm thinking about, the research.
Especially with there being like two hosts, like how are we going to be switching back between each other?
Play off of each other.
Are we going to have something here for us to read from? Because there's going to be dates and names and...
We're going to have to. You're going to have to probably get used to us having like little note cards or something, because we want to make sure any story that we tell, we want to make sure we're being respectful to the families and to the victims. And we don't want to give half-assed information. We want to tell the story as it's supposed to be. So whatever way we can figure out to kind of do that the best, we'll slowly figure it out. Be a lot of trial and error. It's fine.
I would also like to plug a new friend of mine. It's not... I've talked about her before on this channel.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Did I actually get her into that episode? Yes, I did. I was like, was that one of the lost episodes?
Yeah. So he's replacing me because I've replaced him.
Not replacing her.
You've thought about it.
Anyway, I would also like to plug, if you are ready to start watching some knitting and true crime, really right now?
I know.
Actually, I'm interested to see if that's going to pick that up.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's got it. Well,
it's supposed to be noise canceling.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Maybe
But anyway, I've talked about her once. Her name is ARO, and she has a YouTube channel where she does like her knitting and podcast. And she also has a little series called True Crime Knit Night. That's what it's called. And she talks about a true crime case. This last one she did was like more modern and kind of didn't have closure. And I was like, everybody always goes to the past.
I hate those.
Yeah,
I hate the non-closure
but also I'm kind of like, I love that she did that, because now when I start reading about that in the news, I'll already know what's happening. Like, I'm already caught up, That one hasn't been resolved yet, but everybody's pretty much deduced what has happened, and
we could jump in and tell some spooky stories too.
Oh God,
because you know how Michael feels about paranormal shit.
But anyway, I'm going to link her below if you would like to go ahead and start watching some knitting and true crime.
We do that sometimes. We'll bring up, some kind of video or something, and we'll just sit here and knit if we don't want to do like some music or the radio. And she's one of the things that we bring up.
She's one of them.
Yeah. And we enjoy it. It's fun.
She's good people.
Really
like her
good
a lot.
people.
Oh, thumbnail.
Please make that the thumbnail.
Oh, wait. Blue.
With me looking exacerbated.
Exacerbated. That's such a word.
It's a $5 word.
Well, that's all we got for you this time, favorites. Done fucked up.
If you would like
Okay, ready?
It's
Okay.
always, I think that's where you always kind of go. Okay.
Here we go. Well, that's all we got for you this time, favorites. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. It helps us get found by other knitters and crocheters like you.
Yes.
If you dig the vibes here on the channel and you're into our little yarny community stuff we do here. I was waiting for
I know you were.
Hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell and we'll keep making videos for you guys.
Smash the fuck out of it.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.